even in the jungle right now.
Yeah, starting up on to the orange buff, Dez on the X-Borg. They both actually finish off very quickly, so they're going to probably be reaching those side lane ganks around the same time.
Yeah, I like how the mid lane right now, they are walking together on both sides. Hoon is dishing out a lot of damage on Lui in the early game against the Minotaur.
Yeah, and this is going to be really interesting to see how they can kind of protect. It's very interesting. You're going to have the X-Borg, you're going to have that last Insanity, but you also have to contend with Shark, who is an absolute pro when it comes to Matilda. And he's going to be able to use those guiding winds to get a lot of his teams out of harm's way, and that's going to be a big problem for X-Borg when it comes to kiting.
Yeah, we do see on the side of BTK, Shark is giving vision to Dez as well as invading, poking around the jungle side. She's doing a great job. We do see that the mid laners are still together, but we should be having some action coming soon.
Yeah, you can see here they're doing a great job. Shark just following this trio coming from mid. When it comes to the jungle, the roam, and the mid, he's doing such a great job of keeping an eye on every single one of them, making sure that his players know when they're coming so that they know to back off from the lanes.
Yeah, as you can see, we do have Shark still invading the side of Dez, but Turtle is up and BTK are all on the Turtle, possibly Nighthorde giving them a free first Turtle for the first game or second game.
Yeah, and that's really interesting here too. It's just, we kind of discussed this too. If you're gonna give up the turtle, we've actually seen that a lot here when it comes to a few of these games where some teams just kind of prefer to give up that first turtle, give up the shield that comes with it, and the gold, just in favor of trying to keep their farm up. And it's interesting because you used to see like turtle, if you gave up turtle, it would be exchanged for something. You'd see a gank at the bottom lane or at the top, but here I think that opportunity kind of got closed because of how closely Shark is following them to make sure to keep that protection onto the gold lane and onto Zia.
Right, I had the same idea as you, as since Nighthorde gave up the turtle to BTK, I felt like the mid laners should have, instead of going to top lane, they should have just cleared the mid and go straight to bot side, but we didn't see that happening, so they just gave a free turtle and got nothing out of it. So they are behind by 1k gold right now, so that is a bit of an issue for Nighthorde right now.
And what a tough position for Yellow here. He sees the members. He's not able to exactly go in there and help. There were 3 members of BTK warding him away. He did the only thing he could and backed off. Unfortunately for Alcy1, he came a little too late to bottom. That's going to be a first tower for BTK at the bottom lane.
Do you see Mikasa rushing in on Zane? First blood.
A big, glorious pathway. They saw an opportunity on Zane, found the CC, popped him up, and then just absolutely deleted him. That's going to be a first blood going over to GOSU Nighthorde.
No, even though they did get a first blood on Zane, I'm not sure if that's, I don't know about that being created with first tower on bot side. Do you see Yellow BC dying to June?
Yeah. A big circling eagle there from a Shark. Just when LC1 and the Legend had themselves a leg up, a 2v1 onto Zia, Hoon and Shark come in for the save and find a kill of their own. Now, score being 1-1 apiece.
Yeah, Turtle is up, but I don't think that Yellow BC is having a good time on the gold lane. He did lose his first tower on bot side pretty early and just died since he was a little bit out of position and his team did back out from him. But hopefully he will farm on bot side and start putting in some weight.
Ooh, we see Mikasa might be in a little bit of trouble. Glorious pathway onto 3 members. We do have a last Insanity locking onto Zia. It's not going to be enough. Only person down to about half health. The Fly Chicken with the Primal Wrath looking for a kill of his own Alcy1. Next on the chopping block. That is 2 down for GOSU Nighthorde. BTK trying to chase down Mikasa. Running for the hills. Gets himself a little bit of a speedy up update there, and Mobazane disengages from that fight. Speaking of which, Yellow actually a little too far forward in his lane, gets picked off by the trio of BTK.
Yeah, honestly, Yellow was a bit out of position. I thought he would back a little bit sooner, but he did get caught by the team as they did all run down, knowing very well that Yellow would be in the bush. But let's look back at an instant replay. We do have a lot of team fights where both teams are coming towards each other, but in the end, the BTK it comes out as on top. I think that Hoon plays a really big part in these team fights, as when he uses his yin and yang, it just connects everyone on the enemy team and just puts them together and puts so much damage out.
Yeah, and that's a great little poke out there, because Hoon is doing a great job with the positioning that he has, keeping himself out on the outside of his tanks to make sure that he can still get the damage out onto the enemy, but still has the protection. We did see from that last little replay, Yellow had that Spear of Destruction out. He missed wide from all the players, but I wonder, had he connected with that, would he have been able to come in and clean up?
Yeah, I saw that missed spear coming from Yellow earlier. Even if he went into a team fight, I'm not sure if he could have done anything, as he does need more items right now. He is a little bit behind, 0-2, but we do see a Louis teleport right on the back line.
We do have a diversion out there, and unfortunate for Dez, he gets caught in the bushes. We do have an Ancient Guardian is out there trying to lay the damage onto BTK, but they are too strong right now looking at the damage, and that is one down for Dez. Unfortunately, that diversion so quick to pop the entire team into that bush, and they just made short work of the Night Horde jungler.
Yeah, that must have been such a big surprise to Dez, as he did just get a jump scare from 5 players coming out of a bush for BTK. I think Hoon's doing a really great job on that Louis on the mid side, as he is doing his job. He is teleporting his team to where they need to be, as well as doing enough poke and CC from the back line without getting caught. I think this is a really good game for Louis, as there is no assassins on the enemy side. There is an export, so she's able to do whatever as she pleases.
Yeah, you can see right here the recall spam coming out from BTK, feeling very confident in this game. I want to say last game went a little differently in the early minutes. Right here, Night Horde having some trouble getting their wits about them, even with all team members kind of stuck together. BTK doing a great job of finding those ones and those twos, kind of out straggling and being able to take them down before these team engages.
Yeah, I think this game is a little bit much better for BTK than last. They were behind last game against Night Horde, but I think this game, they are pretty ahead, with the scoreboard only being 1-5, with their gold lead at a 6k gold lead over Night Horde. They are getting to a 3 tower right now.
Yeah, Glorious Pathway is out. The team earns a pop-up for their efforts. More pop-ups out there as well. Minoan Furies, or that wasn't a Minoan Fury, that was Ancient Eternal Guardian is out on the floor. 5 Chicken and Shark find a kill of their own. 2 for 5 Chicken. 3 coming down. There's only 1 left. It's just Legend, who's gonna have to recall back to base, and this might be a good starting push for BTK. Only tier 2s and down left for Night Horde.
Yeah, honestly, that team fight looked really good for Night Horde, as the Minotaur did have a good engage, but on the side of BTK, Mobazane was able to get out with a little bit of HP, and they were able to clean up the whole team fight and kill off Night Horde.
Yeah, the issue for me right now with Night Horde is I think they need to take a breath, because they're about 9k behind. Oh, and Hylos just learns it the hard way, is that there isn't really a great fight opportunity for them unless they can find and isolate a person on the enemy team onto BTK, and they're doing such a great job of kind of sticking together or being in range of Shark. So if they do get caught, Shark can get those guiding winds, pull them back out of harm's way.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I think that Night Horde should really step back. They should just defend. They should just walk together as a team and not be so out, as they would just get picked off like how Mikasa just got picked off a few seconds ago. But we do have a Lord coming in, and I'm pretty sure Night Horde cannot contest this unless they're wanting to get a whole team wipe. But they are getting pushed back by Shark and Hoon.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure they can't, as they're being pretty much held at bay by Shark on this Matilda. You never think a Matilda would be so menacing, but a lone Shark is there just holding the line. We do have minions crashing up at the top. Nighthorde notices it, earns a yin-yang for their troubles. They're going to go in onto Zia, baited into another fight here. Not sure if this is one that they want. You see the damage coming out, and it is not enough. The team is going to have to back up, back into their base.
I felt like it was very unnecessary for them to use their ult, as the Minotaur and Vexana did place their ult down, but there is a Lord crashing on bot side, so BTK does know that half of the utility from Nighthorde are out, and they're able to possibly push in and have a game ender at just 10 minutes, or 11 minutes actually.
Yeah, and that's the interesting thing. We have 3 ultimates down for the side of Nighthorde, and all ultimates ready for BTK to kind of storm the gate here, so to speak. Lord coming down at the bottom lane, mid lane starting to crash in now. They make short work of the high ground at mid tower. Now turning their attention to the team. I'm offended, lands on the Alcy one, and that is taken out by Fly Chicken. Zia finds a kill, takes down the tower. Lord starting in at the core. Look how quickly they are being able to burst that down. Mobazane finds a kill onto Mikasa. They're looking for kills before they even go for this core, and that is going to be game 2 for BTK.